Okay, so full day of eating. As you've seen, I've just done cardio, 20 minutes on the bike. Turn on this light. And first meal going in is 150 grams of chicken, 150 grams of raw weight potato, 100 grams of green beans, 10 grams coconut oil, 20 grams of this 2-calorie low barbecue sauce. Been absolutely loving this in my first meal. So my first meal is my pre-workout meal, so I'm also going to add in 3 grams of pink Himalayan salt. So that's all in. Basically going to get this down me and head straight to the gym, make my pre-workout and my intra-workout. And yeah, literally this has been the first meal for the last couple of weeks now, I think maybe last 6 weeks. And I am 6 weeks out tomorrow from my photo shoot. Took my check-in photos this morning, so I'll pop them on screen. And yeah, other than that, 20 minutes on the bike done, upper 2 today, and then 40 minutes of cardio on the stepper after upper 2, and then it's straight back home. Right, so pre-workout meal is down me, and now it's time for the intra workout, the pre-workout drink. And today, what am I going to do today? I am going to do Superhuman Pre... No, sorry, not Superhuman Pre. I am going to do... What am I going to do? I am going to do Nova Pump. Okay, so we're going to go in with a full scoop of this. So this does not have caffeine in it. It is just a pump product. 16 grams. And yes, you should be weighing out your pre-workouts to make sure you're not having fucking 200 milligrams of caffeine every single time you work out. I'm also going to throw in Hydromax in there because I completely forgot to have this morning. So just a scoopity doop of Hydromax as well. Intra workout is HR Labs Carb Up, creatine, and HR Labs Hydro EAAs. So these are the GOAT EAA supplement that is going to spike protein synthesis, but also hydrate you. So a few probably electrolytes in there, but going in with 25 grams of cyclic dextrin. 25, and this is literally just to aid performance when you're in that dieting phase. Even when you're in your gaining phase, you probably should be having, if you're training for long enough in the gym and you're training hard enough, definitely have some carbs intra workout. For me at the moment, obviously being 6.5 weeks out, being about maybe 6 months into a dieting phase with a 2 to 3 week break at Christmas there, I definitely need some carbs intra workout to keep me going. I'm pretty weak at the moment. I'm very natural at the moment, very, very natty, but it's all a part of the process. 6 weeks out, and I got my check-in back from my coach after sending over those check-in photos, and he said that we're nearly done with like fat loss, nearly done with pushing, and it's literally going to be a case of maybe pulling back, maybe next week push for the next week, and then after that kind of pull back and just see how the physique is looking. And that's very welcome because I feel like I've been pushing quite hard the last couple of weeks. 60 minutes of cardio a day, 15,000 steps a day, which has been quite hard. But it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. I am going to have my pump, my intra, and I'm also going to have a cheeky little rain. Got this in the shop yesterday. Literally 12 calories in the whole thing. and it's not that high in caffeine at all. I think there is 32 per 100, so 32 by 3.5 is 90, and then another 15. Yeah, it's about 100 milligrams of caffeine in that. So I don't need too much caffeine because I'm not going too crazy in the gym, and I'm actually feeling pretty good today. So this should all keep me going, and I will catch you when I'm in the gym. Oh boys, session done, cardio done. Yeah, getting to that stage now where kind of free weight presses are definitely taking a hit. So dumbbell shoulder press today, I got 7 reps last week with the 22.5s, and I got 4 this week. Wow-wee. That is, like I texted my coach, how very natty of me to be only pressing the 22.5s for 4 reps. But that's just the case when you are looking to get absolutely shredded to the bone. Your ability to produce force, especially on presses, just plummets. So we're going to swap that out for a pin loaded shoulder press next week, and same with the dumbbell incline press. We're going to swap that out for a pin loaded incline press as well, which I am fortunate enough to have both in the gym that I train in. But push session, upper session with some pull-ups and upper back row and some biceps. So yeah, upper session. Upper session, Jesus, Mr. Postman. Upper session done, and 40 minutes on the stepper also done. So I am fucking wrecked after that. Cardio has gotten to a point where kind of my legs are so heavy that it's kind of stopping me from pushing quick on the bike in the mornings. Like, I really struggle to get my heart rate up on the bike in the mornings purely because my legs are so heavy. On the stepper then, when I've woken up a little bit and I've done the session, they're still heavy, but I can get my heart rate up because the stepper's making you kind of go that quick. So that's why I do the stepper post-workout for 40 minutes and I do the bike for 20 minutes, as you've seen this morning, for 20 minutes fasted. And yeah, that is literally it. Gym done. So now it's home for my post-workout meal, which is the exact same as my pre-workout meal, except for I don't have the coconut oil and I don't have the barbecue sauce. I put 50% less sugar ketchup on the post-workout meal. So it's 150 grams chicken, 150 grams potato, 150 grams green beans, 20 grams of ketchup. And alongside that, afterwards, I have a little dessert of 100 grams of frozen pineapple. And lads, if you are not eating frozen pineapple, game changer. Little dessert, literally tastes like sweets, doesn't taste anything like sweets, but it's a little bit of a dessert, a little bit of a treat post-workout. So I'm gonna absolutely devour that when I get home. I'm running a little bit late today because it's now 11 and I still have to shower and eat that and basically leave the house at 11:30 to get into work for 12, which I will bring a meal with me to have in work, and then when I get home I will show you the rest of my meals. So I will catch you, I'll probably show you the post-workout meal, and then I probably won't see you until this evening. Look at that. Let's go. Just out getting the steps in. I don't know if you can hear me, but I forgot to show you meal 3. It was in work. It's just 150 grams of lean beef mince, 100 grams of broccoli, 25 grams of ketchup, and some low salt, and now it's out to box off the rest of these 15,000 steps, and then back for meal 4 and meal 5, which I will see you then. 150 grams of chicken, 100 grams of asparagus, 100 grams of egg whites, and 100 grams of pineapple, which I've already eaten. So it's just going to be the chicken, the asparagus, and the egg whites for now. Along with, obviously, 20 grams of ketchup. There it is. Plate it up, meal 4, and then we'll be back for meal 5, which is the Greek yogurt bowl, which is the best meal of the day. Okay, so I just looked back on that clip and I realized that I didn't have the best angle. You basically couldn't see me. Now we're on to the last meal, but the thing I was saying about that meal with the chicken and the asparagus and ketchup is when you have a meal like that, okay, and let's say you have your 20 grams of ketchup on it, that's what I had in that meal. When you're in a dieting phase like this, you can have sauces like that. You just need to keep them consistent, okay? One thing that a lot of people do is if they have a meal, let's say it's 300 grams of potato, 150 grams of chicken, and your 100 grams of greens. What a lot of people will do is they will have that meal. They'll have, let's say, 30 grams, or let's say 20 grams of ketchup, okay? And then after a while, when they need to cut, let's say, the potatoes, cut some calories, their coach cuts their potatoes down to 150, and they think, well, I'm just going to put more sauce on it, so I'm going to go 30 grams of ketchup. But you have to realize that your coach has taken the potatoes out because of the certain amount of calories in them to put you into a bigger of a deficit. You adding another 10 grams of ketchup to every single meal, every time that happens, is completely outweighing what your coach is trying to do for you. So if you're in a dieting phase, you can have sauces, you can have your barbecue sauce that like I have there, you have your ketchups, your mustards, your low-fat mayonnaises, but just keep them nice and consistent, okay? So that's what I was trying to say in that last video, last clip, but I didn't have myself the best angle. So last meal of the day is the same thing every single day. I make one for me, one for Leah. That is Greek yogurt. So I go in with 250 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt, okay? There's a couple different steps to my one. My one's a bit different. I like to do some stuff with mine that you will see very soon, obviously, because I'm making it as we speak. But I go in with 250 grams into mine. Leah gets 150 grams of Greek yogurt. The perks of having a basically bodybuilder boyfriend is you get the shit made for you. Although there's lots of negatives to it as well, I suppose. But Greek yogurt in first. Okay, next up then we go protein powder. And I literally just got this new flavor today, so we are going to give this a go. Hopefully I can find a fucking scoop at the top, because we all know that it's never at the top. And hey, look at that. Seldom is wonderful. What I do, first little trick is, so Leah is going to be having 20 grams in hers, but what we're going to do, I have 20 grams in mine as well. We're going to do 5 grams in the actual Greek yogurt, okay? Mix that around. Now you can just throw the 20 grams in there, but we are going to put a whey paste on top. Just tastes a little bit better. Then need a little bowl or a mug or something and some water, and you're going to chuck the other 15 grams over your 20 grams of protein powder straight in that bowl. I like to weigh this out because I'm only starting to do it, but what I'll do is I'll put in basically 30 grams of water, so I'll bring that up to 45 and basically mix that bad boy up. So you do have to kind of get the consistency right. So I just added a little bit more powder to Leah's to get the proper consistency for herself. Leah gets a square of dark chocolate in hers as well. I have no dark chocolate in mine at the moment. I'm super excited for that to come back in when I am finished this photo shoot prep. But I'm 6.5 weeks out now, and from my check-in this morning, I don't know if I said it, but yeah, from my check-in this morning, Coach Mark thinks that body fat, well, most fat, is basically off. Obviously blueberries as well. And then the other secret ingredient, I'm gonna have peanut butter in mine, but is this ESN designer flavor powder. This is the white chocolate chunks version, and in 3 grams of this there is 10 calories. Okay, so again, this is one of those things that if you just keep consistent in your diet, you're gonna be okay. So obviously it's a sweetener, but if you keep this consistent in your diet, it don't matter. But it's when people start using this in like every single meal, that is when you kind of mess up. When you're making a paste, try and make it like, even that might be a little bit watery now. Just mix it a little bit more and it should be grand. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's savage. That new flavor, oh my god, that is unreal. Wow. 5 grams of peanut butter with 150 grams of blueberries. We'll then do the flavor powder. I like to do with mine is I put the flavor powder over half, and the whey drip. Look at that on the other half. Can't wait till I'm like in a gaining phase and I can eat like oats with this whey drip on top and blueberries. I haven't had oats in fucking weeks, man. 6 weeks and I'll be back into the reverse, and then maybe reversing for a month and then back into eating for growth. And I can't wait. Don't let any go to waste. And voila, look at that. 250 grams of Greek yogurt, 20 grams of whey, 150 grams of blueberries, 5 grams of peanut butter, and then the flavor powder as well. Fucking unreal.